Hello everyone, and welcome to the Duel Society, Week 1. This is Andrew's League that I've been playing in. We're like 3 or 4 weeks in now. I'm just now getting around to actually recording some, but that's fine. Since this is the first video, I'm going to go over my whole draft just really quickly. I'm not going to do a whole analysis on it or anything. I'm just going to tell you what I have. So I have Deoxys, Tapu Fini, Infernape, Zygarde 10%, Ferrothorn, Umbreon, Weezing, Rotom, Necrozma, Piloswine, Bisharp, and Mega Pidgeot. And this is a points-based draft, by the way. So that's why things may seem a little weird in the order they're drafted. And let's just go over his team too while we're at it. He has a Genesect, Zeraora, Togekiss, Crocodile, Tentacruel, Decidueye, Lycanroc Dusk, Licky Licky, Azelf, Exploud, Flygon, and Mega Medicham. Now, a lot of people have been saying that his team is not that good, and I disagree with that, honestly. I like this team a lot. I like the individual Mons on his team a lot, and, I don't feel like they get in the way of each other either. I don't know. I don't see a lack of synergy in the Mons, for sure. I don't know. I think it's a good team. My team is not the favorite. It's not my favorite draft I've ever had, for sure. I think I definitely made some mistakes in the drafting process. I should not have taken Deoxys round 1. I should have taken Zygarde first. Zygarde 50%. That's what I wanted. And then if Deoxys got taken, I could fall back on Deoxys speed. That's what I should have done, honestly, but it's not a huge deal. I still like my draft overall, but yeah, let's not spend too much time on that. Hold on one second here. Okay, so let's get right into the battle. I'm going to lead with Mega Pidgeot because I feel like it's a good middle ground lead against basically everything other than Zeraora. And if he decides to switch in Zeraora on a Hurricane, that gets me 38% of chip. So that's pretty good chip damage. I thought about going for U-turn, but I felt like Hurricane was the best option for me, just in case he wanted to predict that turn 1. And actually, no, I probably should have gone for U-turn there, honestly, thinking back on it. Because if he did predict that, then I just went into Necrozma on Medicham when I U-turned. So yeah, I definitely should have gone for U-turn there now that I think about it. But that's fine. I'll take 38% of chip on Zeraora. So here, I'm pretty sure he's going to go for a fighting type move, predicting either Piloswine or Ferrothorn to come in on an electric move. So I'm going to actually go into Necrozma. If he does go for an electric move, if it's Volt Switch or something, it's not going to really hurt too much. It's going to get him momentum, but in Plasma Fist, that's not going to kill. It's going to hurt a bit, but it's not going to kill. And as you see, he does end up going for the close combat. So here, now I predict he's going to go for the electric type move now that I've brought this in. So I'm going to go straight into Piloswine. And you'll see here that I do get that right, as he does go for the Volt Switch. So now I basically have a free opportunity to get up my rocks as he goes into his Mega Medicham. So for this, I'm just going to head straight back out into Necrozma, as he makes a good play going for Toxic, predicting that. This particular Necrozma isn't too worried about Toxic because I'm a Rock Polish weakness policy set. But I do have enough win cons in the back with Infernape and Deoxys, where I feel like I don't need to keep this around as a win con. I can switch it in to things like Zeraora's Close Combat and Mega Medicham. And especially now that I'm Toxic, I decided I might as well go for the Rock Polish. it doesn't need to be a late game win con, so I can just go for the Rock Polish now and see if I can just kind of break through his team a little bit, at least get rid of this Mega Meta Jam. As he goes for the Drain Punch, and that plus Toxic is going to put me down pretty low. He's going to go for a Bullet Punch, and yeah, I forgot that Necrozma gets the Photon Geyser. That's just a mistaken prep in my part. With this league, I'm not taking prep. I don't want to say too seriously. Like, I'm not taking it as seriously as I did in like NPL. I'm basically this is the same mindset I had in the UBC. Just have fun, basically. Not trying too hard, but also still wanting to win. Yeah, that Bullet Punch is gonna leave me at 1% after Toxic, and I know he has to go for a Bullet Punch again, otherwise I just kill him. So I'm gonna go into Ferrothorn. I'm Rocky Helmet, so this is gonna bring him down really low, and I can just go back into Necrozma and sack it off at this point. As now I basically get to choose what I go out into to revenge kill. I debated not going out into this and not revealing Flame Charge because I couldn't sweep at this point. But I decided if you wanted to save this and switch something in, Flame Charge could really catch something off guard, especially after Rock's damage. So that was kind of the idea, is if he did decide to do something crazy and not sack this, Flame Charge would put me in a pretty good position. If he went into like, not really actually, because like his switch in would probably be Tentacruel, and I have Earthquake for that, but you'll kind of see here what happens with Infernape versus Tentacruel. The way he brings it in, I feel like he's going to be Shucka for Earthquake Infernape. Now I know, like, even without Shucka, Earthquake doesn't kill, so that's like a valid reason to bring it in as well. But I feel like Shucka is kind of more likely. And I don't really have a good like switch in for this. Like Ferrothorn can take its dual stabs obviously, but it can't really do much back. So I'm gonna actually go straight out into Deoxys here. As you'll see, he has a more offensive Tentacruel, and he Hydro Pumps me, and that hurts. Here is my biggest misplay of the game, honestly. So I'm a sub Lychee Berry Deoxys with Zen Headbutt, I think Drain Punch, and I don't remember my last move off the top of my head. Probably Fire Punch for Genesect. That makes most sense. So yeah, I should have subbed here, predicting him to switch out. But I was like, no, I should save that for late game. But I still have like Infernape for late game with Flame Charge, which is really good against his team, especially if I can get Tentacruel weakened. Basically, I'm going to Theoremon a bit here and say if I had gone for sub, I'll reveal his next play. He goes into Togekiss, and after Rock's damage and +1s and Headbutt, that's going to hurt that Togekiss. He's probably going to be able to break my sub, but I should be able to kill him. And then he'll have to go into something to revenge this, which like will basically be revealing his Scarfer at that point because he has nothing to outspeed it in base speed alone. So I'll go ahead and say he revealed to me after the game that he was Scarf Genesect, and he would have had to reveal that, and he would have to lock himself into a move to kill this. So I would be able to choose what to go into and really put a lot of momentum in my favor and have the Togekiss dead if I had subbed at this point. So yeah, that's what would have happened. And now you'll see what actually happens. I go into Fairthorn as he goes into Togekiss. I know he's going to go for like a fire type move, so I'm going to go into this. Actually, I didn't know for sure he was going for a fire type move, but I felt like Palosfine was a good middle ground play. As you'll see, he gets the burn with Flamethrower. And I'm like, man, that sucks. I'll try to just roar his team around on rocks, I guess. And he goes for Air Slash. And he gets the flinch. And all the while, he's gaining leftovers. He goes for Air Slash. He gets the flinch. So, you just gotta love Togekiss. It's a great mon. It's... So, now I'm gonna go into Mega Pidgeot. Just try to wear this thing down with Hurricanes at this point. As he's gonna Dazzling Gleam. And we're just gonna kind of trade blows here for a while. I guess he doesn't have Roost or decided not to go for it. As I'm gonna be able to finally kill this Togekiss, thankfully. But he's gonna be able to come in with Zero Aura and just click Volt Switch, as you see there. The reason I didn't go into Ferrothorn trying to preserve this is because a fighting type, if he had gone for close combat, it just got him a kill. Like, Infernape doesn't want to switch in, Deoxys is way too low to be switching in, and Ferrothorn obviously doesn't want to take a close combat. So I felt like that was really his play. I'm really surprised he went for Volt Switch there, actually. If I had gone into Ferrothorn there, I could have preserved this and maybe been a threat for Tentacruel and Crocodile in the back. At least get one more big Hurricane off. But yeah, that's not the case, as he goes for Volt Switch, gets a useless crit. He goes into Crocodile, and I go into Ferrothorn. Here I know that the Tentacruel is most likely coming in, but if he's Shucka, even if he's not Shucka, I still want residual damage on this thing, so that an Earthquake from Infernape can kill it. That's basically my best chance of winning this game, I believe. So I just want damage on this thing. And I know, like, if he has HP Fire, it's not going to be doing too much to me. And, I don't care too much about Liquid Ooze. I prefer residual damage on him rather than keeping Ferrothorn healthy. As you'll see, he does have HP Fire, and he gets a crit. As I go for Spikes, just trying to set up for some kind of sweep. Hope that's my best chance at this game, is setting up for a sweep with either Deoxys or Infernape. And here I'm going to go for Protect, as I have 13%. But, showdown percentages, I'm going to die to Liquid Ooze. So that really sucks. That crit was unfortunate. As now this thing is still in and has Liquid Ooze. Here, I'm going to make what is 100% a terrible play, but it's the play that I have to make if I want a chance at winning this game. My best chance of winning this game is if he chokes and tries to preserve this and go out into like Genesect or something. So I'm playing to that choke. I'm not playing to what is my best play. I'm not playing for differential. I'm playing for the win. So I go for sub, knowing full well if he stays in, I die to Liquid Ooze. And he stays in, and I die to Liquid Ooze. And at this point, I should have known, like, he's staying in no matter what. He's already stayed in once. There's no reason for him to switch out here. But still, I feel like on that slim, like, 1% chance he decides to switch out, I need to go for the win. like, one differential point isn't going to matter too much. I mean, it can for sure, but I'd rather play for the win here. So I'm going to go for Flame Charge. I could also hope for a Hydro Pump miss. Yeah, that's my only real hope there. As you'll see, he does not miss. He takes me into Liquid Ooze range, and Tentacruel gets 3 kills with Liquid Ooze. So, yeah, that's that game. The burn on Piloswine really sucked. The crit on Ferrothorn was also really annoying. I think he probably would have had that game in the bag anyways, because of my misplay with not subbing with Deoxys when I should have. If I had subbed, I feel like that game would have gone very differently, as Togekiss probably wouldn't have been around anymore and couldn't have hacked me. But yeah, anyways, that's how it goes. It's only a 3-0. It's not the end of the world. And I'm very happy with how I played in those first few turns, predicting around that 0 aura with Necrozma and Piloswine and getting up those free rocks. I feel like other than the sub turn, I played pretty well, and I'm not upset with playing for the win in the end game. I feel like that was still the right call rather than playing for differential. So, yeah, that's how it goes. And as I said, this is a league for fun more than anything. So I'm not too upset by this loss. So yeah, next week we'll be playing Andrew. Andrew is almost like my rival in Draft League. We've been battling since Minor Season 1. We've been good friends since then, so it's always fun to battle him. And yeah, next week you'll see how that goes. Stay tuned.